What's going on, viewers? It's Dylan here. No, I'm not going to do that. That is ridiculous. I am playing NHL 21. First ever video doing NHL because I'm able to record it now because I can do PS4 remote play to my PC, which I can record on, which is awesome. I also have a face cam now, which is maybe not awesome for some of you having to see my face, but hey, sorry. Today, I am going to do my first ever NHL video and do a GM mode with the Seattle Kraken as voted on Twitter. I'm really shocked that this year they didn't add in Seattle's team branding and jerseys to be an option for the 32nd team in an expansion mode. But so I had to create my own. So here's my uniform attempt at somewhat similar that they rolled out with, but still a little different. So I did my best, okay, but this is the Seattle Kraken team we're going to take. I don't know how other NHL YouTubers do their GM mode videos, but mine might be a little bit different. It's going to be one video per season. So first half of every video is going to be off-season, trades, draft, everything about building the team and trying to make changes. And then the second half of the video will just be simulating the season and then looking at the stats and how the team's finished out the year. And I'm just going to be highlighting the big moves, the things you need to be updated on, basically. So without further hors d'oeuvres, let's get the show on the road, folks. GM name, obviously, we're going to be realistic here and do their actual GM name. We're going to be Amazon, of course. I mean, they're like the owner and the GM and the coach. All right, Seattle Kraken. I just named it Seattle Arena. I know that's not the real name. I'm not going to change the AHL team because I don't have time for that. I just want this to be a fast and fun GM mode experience. And I might end it the second we win the cup. Owner mode off. I don't really care about that right now. I'm going to turn Fog of War and injuries and player morale off. I mean, I know some of you intense GM mode are going to be like, what the hell is going on? I just want to have a fun. I don't want to worry about that stuff. I think later on I want to do a full legit trade on hard, everything on mode that I'll do a whole 25-year series on. But for this one, just going to have some fun. But I have heard that the GM mode is broken in this game, so I paid $60 for this game, so I'm going to have some fun with it. So I'm going to try to have fun. So before every season, I'm going to just kind of lay out the plan for each video for the season of what to expect, where I want the team to be. First 2 years, I'm expecting us to be tanking for top picks just to clear out any salary cap. So by year 3 and 4, we're gunning for a cup. We're signing players long term. We're trying to build an actual team. But year 1, with expansion draft, I'm just going to be taking the best players I can and then trading them out. And my one rule with the expansion draft is if I take a really good player, I have to trade them back to the team I took it from. Almost like a realistic way, like, hey, they gave us this, so we didn't draft him in the expansion draft. So that's my one rule. So let's see the expansion draft. I've never done expansion draft yet in this game, so I don't know who to expect for the player list. I gotta be careful with these contracts though, because I might see Adam Henrique and be like, hell yes, but do teams want that contract? That's a pretty big contract. You know what? I'm gonna go young with my first pick. We're gonna take Brendan Gooley. Taking Dougie Hamilton here. Again, I don't know if he's actually gonna want to re-sign with us, and I don't think we'll be able to trade him, but we'll take him anyways. What? What? Okay, my friend is a Avalanche fan. I need to send him this picture. Okay, I think I'm gonna take him and regardless try to re-sign him because I'm imagining his value is gonna be very high, and hell, look at that sexy ass man. I want him on my team. Ooh, okay. I mean, I'll take all these players. I mean, I know I might not re-sign them all, but I will take just the opportunity to re-sign them. Echo might be the first person I take knowing I'm trading him back to Nashville, so I will take him. Ooh, Jordan Eberle. I don't know what his trade value is going to be like in this game now. I don't know if 5.5 is too high for an 84 overall on the team, but I'm imagining someone would take that. So I'm going to take Jordan Eberle, trading him back to the Islanders after. Ooh, David Perron. Yes, I'm trading you back to St. Louis. Or should I take Parayko? Ooh, I'm going to take Parayko. Yes, I'm going to take Parayko and trade him back to St. Louis. You know what? We're going to take my man Bogo, Stanley Cup winner. So definitely not a Vegas type team for our first year, and we're going to get a lot worse. So let's get right on to making our roster terrible. So there's the team. You can pause and take a glance, but don't get too attached, folks. So yeah, I have no clue about any of these players, so it's just going to be a hell of a guess, I guess. I feel like for the first draft, since you don't have scouts, the game should at least show you their potential or at least give you a good guesstimate, but I guess we're going in blind. All right, who's the first pick? An elite 80. I think that's pretty good. All right, so everyone's been elite so far. Granted, this guy's dropped off at a 69. I bet you there's no more top elite guys for us. I want to go to the center, you know? I feel like that has more value to it. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Who is this? Top 6 forward, 68. Pretty awful. All right, let's see if we can do any saucy trades here. It's just on medium difficulty because I've heard mixed reviews about how the trading is in this game. If we can get a second and a third next year from Nashville. We can. Okay, that's good enough for me. Literally, like, we weren't going to keep him on the team, so that's better than nothing. Again, all I care about this season, dumping cap space and just being bad. That way, by year 3 and 4, we'll have a ton of money to spend in free agency, and we can just get the top guys, and hopefully we'll have a good prospect pool to just bring up from there. All right, if we get a first and a third next year from Edmonton for a Nashville second next year and Bear, I think that's good enough for me. Okay, they don't want to do that. What about just for the first? All right, we got another first next year, so hopefully Edmonton's bad again. We have 3 first-round picks. That's good for me. Oh, I think we can easily get that. We probably won't even need to add a second. We could probably add Nashville's third. Screw Nashville's picks, right? Yeah, we got a 4th first-round pick, so hopefully it's a good draft. But that's all the trades I'm going to do. We're just going to... All the trades are done now. I'm just going to simulate the draft, honestly, because I don't know anything about these players anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to be wasting my time. Let's see who the game picked for me. Oh my gosh, these guys sound like kings, absolutely. A bit rude of me to just judge them by their names. I just have a knack for, drafting. You guys see what I'm doing? All right, I'm going to skip by. Time to re-sign, and I'm going to say we're probably not going to re-sign too many players. Great news. Landeskog does want to sign with us, so... More first-round picks for us, and Dougie Hamilton, and Eric Stahl. So let's get some first-round picks for these dudes. So Hamilton signed now. Landeskog signed now. I just gave them what they wanted because I'm trading them anyway. It doesn't matter if I saved money. And Blackwood signed to an 8-year, $2 million deal. So it's a little bit more than he was asking for, but I'm fine. That contract is not going to mean much anyways. All right, let's just see who the top free agents are. I'm not sure what to expect after the expansion draft. Okay, so it's kind of similar to real life. We got Taylor Hall up there, Nugget Hotcakes. So we already have almost $50 million to spend, and we're going to be trading away our top guys. So we're going to have almost like $70 million. How about that, huh? They like it. Okay, so a little bit more than I was hoping, but we got Colorado's first-round pick, even though it's probably not going to be a good pick, but I'll take it. We just want picks, because if we don't like where the pick is, we'll just keep trading back to the next year until we have all the picks. So this is what our draft is looking like next year, which I'm a fan of. Granted, I don't think Boston, Colorado, hell, all these first-round picks might be useless. I might be trading them just for picks next year. Should I get Henrik Zetterberg? You know what? We're getting him. I don't care that he's a 70 overall. We're getting him on our team, and he's going to be like second line. Fabric marrying Hossa. Oh my gosh. Should I just get the oldest team ever? Dustin Bufflin is quite cheap. I mean, he's older, but I think I'll get him to tag along on that defense. I'm not checking scheme, who fits my scheme. It doesn't matter. Hossa, you're signed. Aaron Gabrick, welcome to the team. Welcome to Seattle. Grab your cane in your wheelchair at the door. Has your name and number on it already. We're that nice. Kovalchuk, you're actually kind of decent in the game, and you cost a bit of money, but welcome to the team. I'm going to give him this contract, and I think right now it's tradable, this contract. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how his year goes. If he even signs it, I'm not sure if he will, but got to round out the team somehow. We don't want to be embarrassingly bad. Literally anyone I see who's like less than 25 years old, I'm like, yep, you're on the team. Del Cole, yep, you're on the team. Ivanov is signing with us. Zetterberg in Seattle, baby. Man, what? You don't want to come to Seattle with 40-year-old rejects? Come on, man. Matt Molson. I'm giving you that same vibe right back, buddy. Chara. Kovalchuk, welcome. Joe Thornton, welcome. Sabatka, oh my, Stanley, get a Stanley Cup. So mostly everyone signed with us. I think 3 people backed out, but I think we're in good shape, and I don't mean that in a good way. We're going to simulate right up to the start of the season. I will show you what the final lines look like for our team, and then we're going to start simulating, getting the year under the way. All right, coaching staff doesn't really matter the first 2 years. We want to lose anyways. So I got the scouts underway, and I'll see you at the start of the season. Look how many centers look how many centers I have signed that aren't going to be playing on my team. All right, so this is our roster heading into the season. Top line, Shiri, Galchenyuk, Guriana, Marian Gabrick on the second line with Dal Cole and Cahoon. Third line, we have the old man line. We have Joe Thornton, Ilya Kovalchuk, and Marian Hossa. And fourth line, Zetterberg, Nemestikov, and Connor Brown. Here's our defense. We got Chara, second line, Bufflin, third line, and Gooley on the top line there. And the goalies, like I said, Mackenzie Blackwood and Montembeau? Sure. AHL, the only real thing to talk about is our first round draft pick is going to be our top line with Grigorenko and Mangiapane. Mangiapane? I don't know. We went 6-1 in the preseason. Surprised. So I'm just going to simulate 10 games at a time and just update you from there. If anything big happens trade-wise, I'll let you know. So 10 games in, we're 6-3-1 and in a playoff spot. So I don't think that's going to continue, but as for now, we are somewhat okay. I think we went on a 5-game win streak at the start there. Next 10 games down, we're 11-8-1. I think we just dropped out of a wild card spot, so we're finally out of the playoffs. Okay, so we're 15-12-3, so technically 500, and still somehow we're not doing terrible with like sub 70 overall players on our team. And I think with that last win, we're still in a wild card spot. Oh, okay, we're tied for that last wild card spot right now. So how long are we going to be still competing like this? I don't know. How are we kind of a decent team? We're so much better than the Maple Leafs. What the heck is going on here? Secure in a wild card spot in the playoffs too. Like the next team is like 7. I mean, still have time to lose out, which is still my plan. But Dustin Bufflin on the third defensive line, almost a point per game. Chuck on the third line, almost a point per game. What is happening? So looking at this, I think Dal Cole and Bufflin, I might trade out at the deadline. They have pretty decent value, and I don't think Dal Cole is going to get any better than what he is. So I think those two I'm going to ship out at the deadline. View of the draft class real quick. How are my scouts doing? What, are you scouting anyone? What is happening here? Has anyone done their job? What is happening? I have auto scouting on. Why isn't it scouting for me? I have 5 first-round picks, and I'm not even going to be able to pick anyone. I'm not gonna. Oh, God, this is ruined. Right, we did much worse, though, that last simulation round. Just going to simulate to the trade deadline now, and then we'll trade out Bufflin and Dal Cole and see what goes from there. We just out of the wild card spot right now, but we're still, like, right on the fringe of that. So hopefully after the trade deadline, we'll really start to fall off. So Minnesota is the worst team in the league right now who wants Dal Cole. I don't know if they're the worst team overall, but they're the worst team that wants Dal Cole. So let's see if we can get something from them. All right, so I added in a 4th-round pick, so easy. I will absolutely take that. Getting a 2nd-round pick in return might not be anyone special with that pick. Might trade it away anyways, but we got something for him that, hopefully I can utilize later. All right, we're going to trade him to Columbus. They are a buyer, and I feel like it makes sense. They would want someone who's pretty good. So, and they do want to trade away their first. I just might try that straight up. I don't really care about anything else. All right, so we're going to get a 1st-round pick for Dustin Bufflin, which, love that. Do the draft class again. I'm scared that nothing's going to be it. Yep, we still have nothing. I'm going to have to look up. I'm going to have to manually scout. They've done nothing. And the top, who have you been scouting? Oh my gosh, the guys we do have partially scouted are like projected to go on the 1,000th pick. Very good job, scouting team. Any tips about that, guys? Because usually if I put the scouts on auto scout, they scout fine. The first 2 years, even if I have C-rated scouts, they scout like mostly everyone who's projected to go early. And they do a fine job. It's not like a perfect scouting, but like they do the scouting. So I don't know what the issue is there. All right, end of the season, our first year, 38, 39, and 5. I'm sure that's good enough to not make the playoffs. We'll see when it updates here. Yes, we were actually 2nd last in the division, so we dropped down quite a few. Joe Thornton, I forgot about him. I probably should have traded him to a contender. I feel bad. No, don't retire. I'll make sure I don't sign you again. I don't know if I got the first from the Sabres, but then there's us. Do have Edmonton's first, so we do have a pretty good chance at the 1st overall pick winning that thing. Nathan McKinnon, that is a Hart type year if I've ever seen it. Amazing. So nothing too shocking, honestly, about that simulated year. At least I didn't think so at first glance. So let's see who wins the cup, and let's see where we place for the lottery. And we're just going to watch my AHL team in the playoffs. I doubt they do well, but we'll see what happens in the playoffs. All right, they got to sweep the first round. Keep on going, Burnaby Aces. All right, they lost 4 straight in the second round, so they're out in the second round. Our season is over. I guess for my cousin, you might have to manually scout all the top players, which I don't mind doing. I will definitely do it because I want to make sure I'm getting good players. But this year is basically a lost cause now, and it's just going to take so much more time out of my recording. So if anyone has any other tips to, get a mass scouting out there, let me know. So the Winnipeg Jets win their first cup. So what is that, the first Canadian team to win a cup in, 25 years? I think it might be. Was it 95 the Canadians won? So congrats to your country up north. You finally got some silver. And the lottery, we get the second pick. We actually didn't have Nashville's pick. I thought we did. So if we did, we would have had that. But we get the second pick. The second pick dropped down to the 7th pick. Then we have the 11th pick. So top three picks in the top 15, which is pretty good. Hopefully I can nab someone decent, and we'll see what goes from there. So yeah, the draft is just about to happen, and we have just barely scouted 2 top 10 dudes, so I'll definitely have to look more into the new scouting, because I'm pretty sure in 20, the auto scouts did everything for you. But the team actually did better than I expected, so that's something. I don't know what to take away from that. But going into next video, obviously we have the draft, so I'm going to have to take some guesses in that first round, potentially trading away first-round picks this year for draft picks next year or for a specific player this year. I'm not sure yet. But next year, basically a similar plan. Stock up on draft picks, draft good players, clear out salary cap for the year 3 or 4 when we're going to start to really go all out. So we'll see what happens. I really do appreciate it if you watch this video. I really hope you liked it. It took me a while to record this because this takes a while to do for one whole season like this. So it did take a lot of time, so I would appreciate it if you do leave a like because it did take some time. But if you didn't like it, leave a dislike. I don't care. Do that. But let me know what you thought about the layout of the video. And there will be a year 2 because I didn't win the cup, unfortunately. Can you believe that? That's ridiculous. But I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Go Kraken.